White's Army, Leeds faithful. What's happening, you absolute legends? If you're watching this right now, drop everything you're dead to doing because I've got 3 absolutely mind-blowing stories that are going to have every single Leeds fan talking for weeks. Listen, I'm not even kidding when I say this. What I'm about to tell you will make you question everything about where this club is heading. We're talking about a young Welsh wizard who's about to follow in the footsteps of our beloved Archie Gray, a championship magician who's basically telling us, "Come get me, Leeds," and a transfer disaster story that will make your blood boil when you realize what we missed out on. Smash that like button right now. If you're ready for this roller coaster, hit subscribe because you absolutely cannot miss what's coming next, and get ready to have your minds completely blown. The first story involves a teenager who's been compared to Gray himself. And let me tell you something, Doncaster Rovers are about to become the luckiest club in League One. But that's just the beginning of this absolute madness. Are you ready to find out which rising star is about to make Elland Road proud in a completely different way? The Welsh wizard following Archie's path, Charlie Crew. There it is, White's Army, the name that's been whispered around Thorpe Arch, the 9-year-old Welsh international midfielder who's about to make us all incredibly proud, just not in the way we expected. You want to know something absolutely incredible? Archie Gray himself, our beloved Archie who broke all our hearts when he left, he actually believes that Charlie Crew will replace him. Can you believe that? The kid who gave us so much joy thinks this Welsh wizard has what it takes to fill those massive boots. Here's what's happening right now that's got me absolutely buzzing. Crew spent 5 months on loan at Doncaster Rovers, and guess what? They've just won the League 2 title. This kid was instrumental in getting Donny promoted, making 13 appearances and 11 starts for Grant McCann's side. The boy has been sensational. But let me tell you something that will blow your mind. This lad joined our academy from Cardiff City back in 2022, and he's been absolutely flying through our youth system, from U18s straight into the U21s, making thin appearances and showing exactly why Daniel Farke included him in pre-season last year. That tells you everything about how highly rated this lad is at Leeds. 1 Premier League appearance against Plymouth in the 86th minute for his debut, 15 times on the bench last season, and now he's ready for the next step. Grant McCann at Doncaster was absolutely thrilled with Crew's performances, calling him one of the most mature teenagers he's ever worked with. The problem? It's not going to be at Elland Road just yet. Doncaster are leading the race to get him back, and honestly, as much as it hurts to see another academy gem leave temporarily, this could be exactly what Crew needs to develop into the player we all know he can become. He's predominantly a defensive midfielder, but his versatility reminds me so much of Gray, it's almost scary. But wait until you hear what's happening with our transfer targets. This next story will have you jumping out of your seats. The 27M magician wants to join us. Right, White's Army, if that first story got you excited, this is going to send you into absolute orbit. We're talking about Finn Azaz, the Irish international attacking midfielder who's just given Leeds United the green light for a potential £20 million move. Listen to this carefully because this is massive. Azaz has just gone on record saying he wants to play at the highest level, whether that's the Premier League or abroad. The man is basically saying, I'm ready for the step up. And guess who's been linked with a move? Us. Leeds United. This lad has been absolutely phenomenal for Middlesbrough. 32 goal contributions in just 66 appearances since joining from Plymouth. In the 2024-25 season alone, he scored 12 goals and provided 11 assists in 45 games. Compare that to Brendan Aronson's 9 goals and 2 assists in 46 games, and you can see why every Leeds fan should be begging the 49ers to make this happen. The stats don't lie, Leeds faithful. Azaz had a goal or assist every 155 minutes compared to Aronson's one every 415 minutes. This Irish wizard even outperformed his expected goals and assists by massive margins. This is a player who makes things happen when it matters most. Here's what makes this even more incredible. While Brendan Aronson was getting axed from the USA squad in March, Finn Azaz was becoming a regular for Ireland. The contrast couldn't be more stark. Aronson's FOTMob rating of 6.95 compared to Azaz's 7.24 shows you exactly who performed better this season. Finn Azaz told the Irish Sun, "My ambition is to play at the highest level. Whether that be the Premier League or going abroad, I want to play at the highest level. I'm fully aware that there's a lot of Premier League players in the Irish team and I'm looking at the World Cup qualifiers. The door is wide open and it's up to the 49ers to walk through it." What's even more exciting is that Adam Underwood, and the transfer team are actively working on bringing in a new number 10, and Azaz fits the profile perfectly. This could be the signing that transforms our entire attacking setup next season. But hold on to your hats because the third story will make you want to scream at your TV screens. The 27M disaster that will haunt us forever. Leeds faithful, sit down for this one because what I'm about to tell you will make you absolutely furious about the Jesse Marsch era and how badly we messed up our transfers. Ardon Jashari, remember that name because this Swiss midfielder could have been ours for just 6 million back in January 2023. 6 million. Instead, what did we do? We brought in Weston McKennie on loan from Juventus, and we all saw how that disaster unfolded. Here's the kicker that'll make your blood boil. AC Milan have just tabled a 27 million bid for Jashari. 27 million. The same player we could have signed for 6 million is now worth more than 4 times that amount after just one season with Club Brugge. Fabrizio Romano confirmed it. AC Milan are set to improve their bid to Club Brugge for Ardon Jashari up to 27 million pounds of fixed fee plus 5 million add-ons. That's a £21 million of profit that Club Brugge are about to make on a player we had in our hands. But here's what makes this even more painful. We desperately needed a striker in January 2023 and chose Jorginho Rutter for £35.5 million instead of building a solid midfield foundation with Jashari for a fraction of the cost. Rutter failed to score a single goal during the second half of the 2022-23 season when we needed him most. Look at Marsch's transfer record, it's an absolute catastrophe. 11 signings, and only Willy Gnonto for £4 million proved to be value for money. Brendan Aronson for £25 million couldn't prove his worth. Luis Sinisterra for £23 million was plagued by injuries. Tyler Adams for £20 million looked good until his hamstring gave out. And don't even get me started on Rasmus Christensen for £10 million. 7 of those 11 players have already left the club permanently. We sold Calvin Phillips and Rafinha for massive fees and then threw that money away on players who couldn't handle Premier League pressure. Meanwhile, clubs like Bruges were making smart £5 million investments that are now worth £27 million. This is exactly why we went down, Leeds Army. While other clubs were making smart, calculated moves, we were throwing money at players who couldn't handle the Premier League pressure. And now we're watching Jashari become one of Europe's most wanted midfielders while we're stuck in the Championship paying the price for those catastrophic decisions. But hold on to your hats because the third story will make you want to scream at your TV screens. Whites Army, this is it. 3 stories that perfectly sum up where Leeds United stands right now. Promising academy talents like Charlie Crew following Archie Gray's development path. Available targets like Finn Azaz who could transform our attack. And painful reminders of transfer mistakes that cost us dearly. Smash that like button. If you think the 49ers need to learn from these Marsch-era disasters and back Daniel Farke with the right signings, subscribe and hit the bell because transfer season is just getting started and you need to stay ahead of every single development. The question that's eating me alive right now, and I know it's eating you too, are we going to watch more talented players slip through our fingers while other clubs get stronger? Are we going to let Finn Azaz choose another Premier League club while we're stuck hoping Brendan Aronson finds his form again? Comment below and tell me, which of these 3 stories shocked you the most? And more importantly, do you trust the 49ers to get our transfers right this time? Because Leeds United, we are Leeds, and we deserve so much better than watching 6 million bargains become 27 million superstars while wearing other clubs' shirts. The Whites Army deserves answers and we deserve action, marching on together always.